this is a critical question, especially after what happened last week in Indiana, for state legislatures in deep South and Trump plus double digits, which is what South Carolina is, state that loves Donald Trump, to act strongly and to preserve our republic by getting rid of racially gerrymandered districts. Are you in favor of that happening in your home state?
Oh, absolutely, Benny. When I announced my run for governor in July 27th of last year, term limits is one, but redistricting District 6, which is Clyburn's district, has got to be done. If you look at it, it's a district that makes no sense in cutting the land up the way it does, and it's an absolute shame. And Jim Clyburn's been there for 30 years. I like him as a person, but he does not represent the value of South Carolina. He offsets the other conservative voices by voting for a pure socialist like Joe Biden and the ones that follow him. So hopefully we'll get it done. I know when I become governor, we're going to get it done, and they're talking about it now. But do I have any hopes that they're going to really make headway? No.
Oh, really? That's too bad. So you don't believe that they're going to be able to get it done by 2026?
No, Benny, they're talking out of both sides of their mouth. And publicly, they're saying, yes, we want to redistrict. We know it's not fair. It shouldn't have been drawn like that. And then in the cookie room, they are saying a different story because each district, and it affects the 5th district, which I have served for 8 years. But this is about fairness. This is about the good people of that district who I have helped a lot of them. With jobs, with other companies in our district. They were driving from District 6 to get a job, but I don't have any hopes they're going to do it. They're talking about it, but I know what the cookie room says, and the cookie room says they're not going to do anything.
That's too bad. That's going to be something that frustrates, obviously, Republican-based voters. There's a lot of them. We were there with Donald Trump during the South Carolina primary. Many people said, hey, maybe Nikki Haley will pull this one off. Didn't happen. She lost by double digits. South Carolina loves Donald Trump. So why wouldn't they redistrict?
Well, they should. And I think here's the good news. If the Senate will put it to a vote, make them publicly, vote on it, and they've got a super majority of senators. In the House, it's 88 Republicans and I think like 88 to 40 something. So we've got a super majority in the House and the Senate, but the Senate is where it starts. And I think they ought to take a vote on it. They got a super majority of Republicans, and they should. And I think what President Trump did in Indiana showed the strength he has. And he'll do the same thing with getting behind those who will really try to get the district, try to get the process moving, postpone the June 9th voting, and let's make it fair.
What would be your message as the future governor of South Carolina? I believe, are you leading in the, can you tell me, what does the polls look like? Forgive me, I haven't actually checked this morning.
I'm second and pushing for first.
Okay.
And that's legitimate polls. Now everybody's paying for their own, but we've done legitimate polls, and I'm second and have just now started spending money. We're going to win this race. My message is for South Carolina to draw these lines fairly in District 6. The people deserve it. South Carolina deserves it. And if not now, when are we going to do it? They will do it when I take office in January, and we'll pursue it like we do everything else. But it means so much to this state.
Are you going to name and shame like they did in Indiana? Are you going to apply some hard pressure, some hard power to the members of the state legislature who won't get it done?
Here's what we'll do. We'll put it out there. We'll assume that everyone wants to follow through with their campaign promises. And if they say they're for it, and there's a vast majority of the senators that say they're for it, we'll put them to the test. We won't let them, meander and just act like they can't get the lines drawn. It's not that complicated. So yes, I will do all the above, and I think President Trump will put his name and stamp of approval, which he's already done with a lot of the members.
What do you say to people who are like, they're taking away black voices, like the black voice that represented the district in Memphis that happened to be like a really short white midget, actually? Representative Cohen. It kind of destroys their argument, quite frankly. But like that's what they'll all scream at you, right? They'll scream, you're racist. You're trying to get rid of James Clyburn because you hate him and you hate his
You
skin.
know, exactly. That's the same worn out line. And, they'll claim racism, but what's the true test of racism is how these lines have been drawn. And they'll try to use that argument, but look, it's not going to work this time. I know a lot of people in the district, they're good people. It's close to 47% minority, 42% white, and then 6% Hispanic. Those people deserve to have a vote and have a choice rather than just have it so gerrymandered where there's no hope for it. Jim Clyburn's got a worthy opponent now, Maurice Washington, who's a great guy, African American. Duke Buckner, who ran in 2024, he got 40-some% of the vote. So it's going to be the people are ready and they deserve it.
What say you about Lindsey Graham? A lot of people been on this show trashing Lindsey Graham, saying he doesn't represent the interests of South Carolina. We just had a member of Congress on who's talking about foreign policy. It does seem that Lindsey Graham does spend a lot of time focused on foreign nations and very little time focused on South Carolina. That's just our observation. We don't know the guy. I wouldn't have if I worked for Lindsey Graham, I wouldn't have advised him to go to Disney and hold a Princess Bubble wand while you were all on vacation, not passing the SAVE Act. But that's just me.
Well, Lindsey Graham, I like. He morphs into a conservative around election time. He's been good on the judges. He's done some good things, but he's been there too long. He votes like Democrats and on many cases, and he's just been there too long. He is the poster child for term limits, and I think that this election on June 9th is going to tell a lot. And he's getting booed awful lot, and it goes some places where they like him, but he's changed his opinion so many times. I think it's frustrated a lot of the people I talk with because he doesn't back up the conservative values that South Carolina is that they like, and that they put people in office that are truly conservative and truly think about the taxpayer, not getting reelected.
Yeah, it's an interesting state. We really hope that it gets done. We really hope that the whole South, and it seems like there are some very positive movements in the entire South to get rid of racism. And shouldn't we all be for that? Shouldn't we be in favor of drawing lines that don't include somebody's skin color and how you're drawing the line? Isn't that the point? Isn't this like all men are created equal kind of thing? You'd think that everybody would be down with that, but Democrats are losing their minds on it. What would be your encouragement to the rest of the Deep South that's trying to do this?
The Deep South realizes this is not a black or white issue. This is a American issue. And Joe Biden did not, who Jim Clyburn put in office, does not represent South Carolina.